Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. So today's video is going to be something that I've never really done before on my channel, and that is book recommendation. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't done these before because I love reading. Also, I did not mean to dress this way like a scholar for this video. It just happened, so we're just gonna go with it. Over the past few months, I would say since August, I've gotten back into reading so much more because I have so much more free time because I'm not in school right now. I figured I'd give you guys some recommendations. I have, I think, yeah, 5 that I'm recommending, starting from my favorite to my least favorite, yet it's still a good book that I loved. So I think we should just get started. I think I'll be rating these and just giving a little review, whatever. Yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so this first one that I'm starting with is probably one of my favorite books of all time, if I'm being honest. I don't know why, but it just was the writing of it and just the storylines, everything was amazing. And this author actually has a new book coming out in June or July that I'm very excited to read. Anyways, it's called Red, White, and Royal Blue. I don't know why Red, White, and Royal Blue. Why is that so hard for me to say? I don't know. By Casey McQuiston, I believe is how you say her name. It's so, the cover is so cute too. Basically, it's about the first son of the United States and the Prince of England, I believe. Basically, it's enemies to lovers, so they are enemies because they're the heartthrob of their countries. And they end up falling in love. Basically, yeah, they fall in love, but they can't tell their parents or be public with their relationship for fear of how their countries will see them or see them differently or cause controversy, because then Alex, the son of the United States, his mom is running for re-election because she's the president, which love that in this book. She's running for re-election, so he doesn't want his relationship to get in the way of her campaign. So they're having this secret relationship going in between the two countries. And yeah, it gets really intense at a few points and it's really good. Definitely 10 out of 10 for this one. Yeah, I love it. I started reading it through a second time, but then I was no, I need to read all my other books that I'm have on my to be read list. This next one was really popular last summer. I feel a lot of people were recommending this one, so I had to go get it. It's called We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. It's the story itself, there's a huge twist towards the end that you would never guess, you would not expect it, and that's what everyone says, and I didn't believe them. I was well, it's gonna be easy, it shouldn't be that hard to guess what the twist is gonna be. You literally won't know. I swear you will never guess what it is. It's basically this rich family who go to their private island every summer and they all meet up. It's the aunts and uncles and their kids and everything all meet up, and there's a lot of family conflict because their grandmother died. Don't worry, that's not a spoiler. It literally says it in the thing. Basically, it follows this one girl through the summer, and it just it's really hard to explain without giving away all of it. But yeah, it's really a summary read, and there's a huge twist. It's almost a thriller in a way. This is another 10 out of 10 book, I'd say. It's just so good. It pulls you in and you don't want to stop reading it. Amazing. Okay, this next book, this one is a Christmassy read, and it was perfect because I read it the week before Christmas, but you can obviously read it any time of the year. It was really nice to read around Christmas time because you can tell. It's called In a Holidays by Christina Lauren, and this is one that I got from my book of the month club. It's so good. Again, obviously all these are gonna be good if I'm recommending them, but basically it's a Groundhog's Day situation where it follows this one girl who goes to a cabin every Christmas with her family friends, I believe. Yeah, it's not her whole, obviously not her whole family, because then there's this guy that she's always liked since she was little that they go to the cabin every year. It's her family's friends, and they're all a big group of friends that, yeah, go to this cabin. Yeah, basically this one year she goes there, and then something happens and she wakes up and she's back on the plane going back to the going to the cabin, even though she was already there for a few days. She basically has to figure out how to make the days stop from starting over again, and everyone thinks she's crazy because they're what do you mean this day is or this week is starting over again? And it's just it's kind of funny almost at some points, and it's kind of obviously romantic because there's a love interest and everything, and it's really good because it's all Christmassy and cozy. Even though it does have the same day / week repeating, it doesn't get boring. Different things happen every time, obviously. I'd say it's a 9 out of 10. Definitely one of the better books that I've read. I hope I'm giving good reviews on these. I don't really know how to to do book reviews, as you can tell. But I hope these are convincing you to read them. Okay, this next one I'm recommending, I literally just finished like 3 days ago maybe. It's called Too Good to Be True. It just came out. This one, I don't usually read books like this. It's almost like, it's pretty dark. The back explains it all. It's one love story, 2 marriages, 3 versions of the truth. It follows obviously three versions of the truth. It's from 3 different people's perspectives, so every chapter is a different person, and it obviously tells you who. Some of it is through a diary, like a journal entry, some of it is through her perspective, and then some of it is told through the other girl's like past, like she's telling you about her past, which helps you understand what's going on like in the present. And basically about halfway through, there's a huge twist. Like, so many of these books have huge twists, but there's like a huge twist that you don't expect. Like, I never would have thought that was going to happen. And it really shocked me. Shock factor. I will say there's a warning for this because there's some like sexual assault descriptions in it, so please do not read this if that triggers you or you're uncomfortable reading it. But other than that, it's amazing. But basically it's about this girl, Sky, who gets engaged to her boyfriend, but her boyfriend has a wife and children and is like 20 years older than her. It all unfolds and it's like insane because it's from his wife's perspective, his perspective, and then Sky's perspective. So those are the 3 people that it's switching between. And yeah, basically Sky and this guy get married even though he's already married, and then in a huge twist, it just all falls apart. Definitely not something I would have ever pictured myself reading, but I'm really glad I did. Oh, my rating on it would probably be like 7 out of 10 because the first half is like fast-paced and it's like really interesting because you're like getting all the like drama and details on it, and then the second half, the twist comes, and the second half kind of slows down a little bit, so it's like not as interesting. You get conflicted with like who you even like because you don't know who's telling the truth at some points. It's crazy. Anyways. Okay, this last book I'm gonna recommend is called This Time Next Year. It starts on New Year's Eve, and it's basically about this girl who is born on New Year's Day, and it's her unlucky day. Like every year she hates her birthday because it's so unlucky because her mother wanted her to be the first baby born in 1990 on New Year's Day, except this one other guy beat her. So basically this baby boy was born like a few seconds before Minnie, the main character, was, and he stole her name. Her name was supposed to be Quinn, and his mother named her Quinn because Minnie's mom was talking to his mom, like they were together in the hospital. It's hard to explain. But then Minnie and Quinn end up meeting when they're at a New Year's Eve party, actually, so it's like about to be their birthdays. Yeah, they like discover, because Minnie knows all about Quinn and like hates his guts even though she's never met him, and she basically like explains that to him. Basically them meeting sets off like a whole chain of events that happen, and you know, maybe her birthday isn't so unlucky anymore by the end of the book. It was pretty good. I would probably rate it like a 6 out of 10 because it wasn't really my favorite, but it was pretty good. Yeah, definitely you should read it. So that was the video. I hope you guys liked it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you've liked it, and if you guys want more book recommendations, I can definitely do that in a few months once I've read more books, obviously. Also, let me know if you guys have read any of these and if you liked it and everything, and leave your own book recommendations for me to read because I definitely need more to read. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!